Could California be in for some wine woes? The 2014 crop of grapes is down from last year.
If there's a wine shortage, we'd all panic, I believe, in Lodi.
Many would. Last year was a record crop, but this year grapes are down more than 10% statewide.
We wanted to know what impact the drop-off will have and if there could even be a wine shortage. CBS 13's Nick James is live in the CBS 13 newsroom getting answers.
Yeah, guys, we visited Lodi today because grapes are actually San Joaquin County's #1 cash crop, and that's bound to take a hit. But we also found out that you and I may not feel the impact for quite some time.
Well, I think we had one small vineyard block that was down like 40%.
The vines in Lodi are dormant after a bit of a down year.
We just don't have as much wine as we normally have.
Steve Felton at Clinker Brick Winery isn't alone. New numbers out Tuesday show it's a statewide drop-off. 4.16 million tons of grapes were crushed in California in 2014. That's down 11% from last year's record crop. The Lodi district crushed 674,000 tons of grapes, 17% off last year's pace.
2012 and 2013 were bumper crops here in the Lodi region and around California.
Cameron King is the executive director of the Lodi Wine Grape Commission. He says the industry knew those record crops wouldn't last forever.
Vines that produce very vigorously for a couple of years in a row want to take a natural break.
So you didn't look at the numbers and say, oh my gosh, what happened?
No, it wasn't a big shock.
So if you're wondering,
We have a drought, but we don't have a wine shortage.
Yeah,
Right?
the answer from Cameron is no shortage anytime soon, and prices, he says, shouldn't change much either. Like most winemakers, Steve saw the drop-off coming and saved some of his 2013 wines to sell now, minimizing the hit he'll take.
A small hit, but not a lot, though. We just don't have as much bulk wine to sell.
In fact, his biggest fear is something he can't plan for, the weather. For one thing, there's the drought, and Steve says vines are maturing early because it's warmer than usual.
They are dripping right now.
Which is early.
Which is early, yeah. Yeah, they usually don't start that until March.
The danger is if we have a late frost, it could damage the grapes. One wine expert told us that could be catastrophic.
And Cameron with the Wine Grape Commission told me he'll have a better idea about the 2015 crop a little bit later, perhaps in March. Now, as for the 2014 crop, he says some red wines may take a little bit longer to be bottled and sold, but that's an impact that we won't feel for a couple of years.
All right, Nick, thanks very much for that. Mosquitoes are